Hi, Danny. Thank you so much for including your first iteration of the front of the poster. I think that you've got some good conceptual ideas here. One of the things you know what I wanted to mention about your writing real quick before I forget this. Whenever you're writing about your design and whenever you're speaking about your decisions or you're writing or you're trying to qualify or quantify your decisions or express or communicate those decisions to someone other than well, even with a fellow designer, anyone other than yourself, when you're communicating about design, always remember this. Tell why. Like, for example, you're saying this isn't working, but tell us why. And that's a really important concept moving forward in your design career. It's always, 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 it's about why. If it's not working, describe why. What are your feelings? Why? If you don't like it, describe why. If you like it, describe why. If you feel it's working, describe why you feel it's working. And I think that's a really, really important concept based on your ability to communicate your design decisions to, moving forward in your career. In this case, to your peers and your instructor, but moving forward to your art directors, creative directors, and ultimately and even including your clients. Okay, that said, let's go ahead and jump right into the composition. I think these are good ideas. In each one in and of itself is a very good idea. However, in conjunction with one another, I think you're doing too much here. I think there's just too much here. One or the other, but not both. Do you see what I'm saying? And I think that's important. I mean, we'll get it, all right? So if you just have the fist with the chain coming off and then ending, we'll get it. Your viewer will get it. You don't have to have the chain attached to the ball. That's a given. That's going to be understood. Okay. Conversely, if you have the ball or the ball with the chain hanging down, we'll get that. The viewer will get that. It doesn't necessarily have to be connected to the hand, and the hand doesn't necessarily have to be that power fist. Do you see what I'm saying? That said, I think this is strong. I think it's creating some good meaning. I would go ahead and just use Morrison regular typeset here. Have the chain, just have that length stop maybe right there. Okay, so there's your O, not touching, but close to it, and just have the fist with the chain coming down with that kind of strap over the wrist. Present the regular O in the typeface that you've chosen. One of the other things I think is that when we talk about contrasts and based on the intent of this piece, now this piece is a poster, meaning what? Danny, what do we know about a poster? We know that it's going to be viewed from a distance, in many cases from a distance. Therefore, what we have to do, and you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to download this really quick so I can show you this example. And I do this all the time. I use Zoom tool. That's why I love it when students include a PDF with their examples, their in-body examples, because we can mimic the illusion of looking at a piece in a distance simply by zooming out. And that's something I do quite often. Okay, so here's what we have. Let's go ahead and zoom out. Zoom out. Zoom out. Okay, now as you can see, this is becoming lost, right? Why? Because there's not enough contrast between the details of this little fist illustration and the background. Okay, so that's something you really want to keep in mind. To remedy that, I would recommend this. Okay, so my recommendations for this piece are this. Use the fist as the O in Tony and remove the ball and just use the regular O from that typeface. Present this fist in white. Okay, keep the wrist strap and the chain in black or dark brown, but present that fist in white. Okay, and I think that if the fist could probably be ended right at the bottom of the chain because that seems to be a little bit elongated. Treat the fist as an O in Tony and watch your kerning. Right now there's just too much space between the T and what's acting as the O and then what's acting as the O and the N. So kern that accordingly. All right, try it. I think it's going to work out just beautifully. You recommend, or you said you didn't feel the blue was working, but you didn't mention why. So I'm interested to know that. I think this is a nice relationship right here. I think this is a wonderful relationship. If anything, the subhead or the tagline's a little bit large. You might consider reducing the size of that. The other thing I would recommend the author of American Reality is to present that in title case, which means the A in author and the R in reality would be capitalized. Okay, and other than that, it looks like we have equidistance. And you guys by now, you know how I am not a center aligned guy. I think that negative space plays much too important role in design to center anything. So I never center anything. And the reason I'm saying that is because you've got some horizontal centering going on here, meaning that the distance between the bottom of the tagline and the bottom of the page is roughly equal to the distance between the cap line and the top of the page. So either I would recommend moving it down a little bit in the composition so that your typographic composition is like this, giving a little bit of air, activating the negative space above and to the right of the typographic composition. Okay. Hope my comments make sense. If not, let me know. Try them. Try those recommendations. See if you like them. I think they're going to work out just beautifully. Okay, other than that, I think you're off to a fantastic start. And if you have any questions at all, please let me know. I'll be glad to clarify. Thank you.